It was a crisp autumn evening and Emily, a young woman in her mid-20s, had just moved into her late grandmother's old house in a small town in Maine. The house was a classic New England colonial, with creaky wooden floors and a large, looming attic that Emily had yet to explore. As the evening sun set, Emily decided to finally take a look inside the attic. She grabbed a flashlight and climbed the narrow staircase, the sound of her footsteps echoing in the quiet house. The attic door creaked as it opened, revealing an old, musty room filled with dusty furniture, boxes, and old family heirlooms. But there was something strange about the air in the attic. It felt thick, almost suffocating. Emily shivered and pushed the thought away, chalking it up to her nerves. While exploring the attic, she noticed an old mirror tucked in the corner, covered by a white sheet. Something about it drew her closer. She pulled off the sheet, revealing a tall, ornate mirror with a gold frame, its glass cloudy with age. As Emily stared into the mirror, she noticed something odd. In the reflection, she could see the attic behind her, but something was off. The reflection showed a figure, a woman standing in the shadows. Emily's heart raced. She spun around, but the attic was empty. Breathing heavily, she turned back to the mirror, and the figure was still there. The woman in the reflection stepped forward, her pale face becoming clearer. She wore an old-fashioned white dress, and her eyes, they were hollow, black pits. Emily tried to move, but it felt as if her feet were glued to the floor. The woman in the mirror raised a bony hand and pointed directly at her. Ghostly woman, whispering, "You shouldn't have come back." Suddenly, the mirror shattered, sending shards of glass flying across the attic. Emily screamed and stumbled backward, hitting her head on a wooden beam. When she came to, the attic was silent again, the broken glass scattered on the floor. Shaking, she fled the attic and locked the door behind her, vowing never to return. But from that night on, every time Emily passed by the attic door, she could hear faint whispers, and the feeling of being watched never left her. Something in that house had awakened, and it was never going to let her leave.